Welcome to another Send Lawyers to Hell video where I am appealing to collect money for raises by playing Doom WODs. And here we find ourselves in the familiar starting hallways of Doom 2 with our silenced chainsaw. But as you can see, things are going to be a little bit different because this is Doom 2 Dark World by Helser, and it's a reinterpretation of, I think, the first 11 maps of Doom 2 into a darker, more hellish world. So, wish me luck. So I find things are going to be almost familiar, but maybe not quite. This previous very spacey technology room with a lot of room to move about has been replaced. Whoa, I hear demons behind me, I've got to get rid of that. There we go. Yes, this has been noticeably replaced by this dark, more cramped, blood-stained arena. Oh dear. Okay, I'm playing this with Beautiful Doom, by the way, from its version in the middle of 2019, I think. I wasn't really paying attention. And you might notice as well that my health count is a bit strange because I'm playing with a very small mod of my own devising that I just call Edge, as in giving me an edge. Because as you know, I'm fantastic at Doom and will have no problem getting through altered versions of the Doom 2 levels, but just in case that's untrue, this mod just raises the player health maximum to 150, makes health pickups do a little bit more, but otherwise leaves everything unchanged. So we'll see if it makes any difference whatsoever. I love the, yeah, I love the pool down there. Just how this room's been transformed. It's very dark, isn't it? Might have to raise this if you've got any hope of seeing anything. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that. I thought you were going to be an imp. I'm sorry. Ooh. I think I've played this before. I'm pretty sure I have actually played this level before. Maybe it was just standalone then, but now it's part of a larger level set. I'll see if I recognise anything else. But I've been playing as so many Doom mods recently that I just don't know. It looks like I can't get over there in the same way that I used to. That's okay. Whoa. Okay. Teleporters were always meant as a kind of artifact of hellish energy in Doom. I never really thought about it, but you don't see any teleporters in the first episode of Doom 1 until you get out to the Baron of Hell arena. And then they're everywhere in 2 and 3. Sometimes annoyingly so, like in levels like the Dark Cathedral. Can't remember what it's called now. Right, let's see if I can do anything with that platform over there. At least the rocket launcher's intact. And we've got another point of no return there. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, I think that wall would have opened up there if I'd found the other switch. But I can't go back now. Ah, here we go, here we go. There we go. Alright, so that will lead me outside. Ah! Was expecting imps. That'll let me get the super shotgun even earlier than it normally would have. I always thought they introduced the super shotgun a bit too early in Doom 2. Should be this big reward, but, you know, maybe you've already played Doom 1 at that point 20,000 times in 1994, so maybe you want to make it a bit different from the start. Where am I going? Yes, the teleporter there. I've trounced all the demons. I'm going to the exit. Oh, look at that. My level titles are melting. Under Hells. Oh, so we've got gateway instead of entryway, and under Hells instead of under halls. Alright, so the traditional zombie men here have been replaced with shotgunners, but let's see if I can equally get them all in one go. Oh, not quite. Didn't dodge it either, but, you know, we're nearly there. You know, there is a tactic about switching back to the normal shotgun to conserve ammunition, but I'm not overly concerned about that at this point. And there does seem like there are going to be a lot of chain gunners, though. Alright, let's just lead them round the corner, slice them one by one. You know, after yesterday, when I did the marathon, with great thanks to Eli and Quadralian, by the way, for sticking around through the whole 5 hours, I thought I'd take a break today, but it just keeps on dragging me back. Oh. I always wonder what's so important about these walls that you have to have these demons staring at them all the time. Maybe they can see things we can't. Alright, so the rocket launcher there, so I wouldn't normally have got the super shotgun. That's a disturbing noise. Seems to be coming from that wall. So there might be more enemies on the way back than I'm used to. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'm just trying to hang back here, because I don't know what's going to come my way. Yeah, this little building's definitely had a hellish makeover. It's a lot like the Silent Hill Otherworld, isn't it? Yeah, you can see I put stim packs up to giving me 15 health instead of 10. Just a tiny little adjustment to my health to give me a slight advantage. Because, you know, normally, of course, the prevailing wisdom is to just put the difficulty down if you can't handle ultraviolence. But I'm always worried about missing out on things then, because you might have to tone down... I'm assuming at this point that most people do ultraviolence as the kind of default difficulty, and they just tone things down for lower ones. So instead of the Cyber Demon, you'll get a Baron of Hell or something. But yeah, I'm worried about missing out on what the map creator intended in getting this watered down version. So I'm choosing to play on medium a different way. And that's the nice thing about Doom, that it's so accessible. If you want to play it a certain way, you can. If you like Brutal Doom, that's fine. If you like having a bit more health, that's fine. If you like Brutal Doom and you're demanding that other WoD authors get compatibility for it, then do it yourself and stop complaining. That's the formula. So there's there's a lot of imps out there, but I don't really see the need to antagonize them further. So was a teleport? Yeah, there was. Okay. Alright. Okay, and that's led me back to where it traditionally does. Okay. Bars. A lot of skull textures replacing the key textures. Let's have a save here. Doom Dark. Now, I'm worried that this wall will have opened here. Yes, it has. Fortunately, there's nobody left in it. Okay, so that was a bit of overcautiousness. Overcaution. I don't know. I can't... It's too dark to see whether you're a Baron or a Knight, but just through the amount of health points, that was a Baron. Their wake-up noise is different as well. It took me a while to notice that, and I still can't remember the difference. Revenant. I'm getting better at dodging these, aren't I? Just as well. Okay, looks like a ton of imps there, both in the cages and outside. Speaking of which, I've meant to showcase BD Light a bit more. You know, my own kind of Brutal Doom-based platform. But I get the feeling I would kind of taint the original purpose of the maps if I were to do that, playing something blind for the first time with it. Because the monster behaviour is a bit different there. You've got the... Whoa! You've got the jumpy imps, you've got the much more powerful attacks for most everything. I think that knight took care of the chain gunners for me. Okay. But Brutal Doom, I think, took a lot of stuff from Beautiful Doom as its base. So my my BD Light is a borrowing of resources that were possibly intended for free use somewhere else, or were invented by somebody else, I don't know. I really do need to track down the credits for all of the stuff that I used, because the original Brutal Doom was not fantastic at keeping track of them all. It is a nice blue skull job, isn't it? I'm going to get a lot more clever things like that that'll make me scream out loud, I fear. And you've got to be on your toes because you think you know these maps, and they're going to be a bit twisted. Like adding Revenants, for example. Ah, looks like they're arranged in a nice orderly queue. Now, is this the exit? Oh, it's not. Let's see. Bit of a spoiler on the auto map there. Okay, let's start rocketing that thing. Underhell's finished, and we're going to Anguish instead of the... Well, it's called the Gauntlet, but it's spelled the Gantlet, which is apparently an archaic spelling of it, and it got a U added later. This must be the opposite of how Americans feel when I put the U in words where it belongs. I first got that feeling when I learned that font used to be spelled with a U, F-O-U-N-T, and that's just so bizarre and alien to me. And I thought that must be what it's like for Americans who've learned American English all their lives. All right, a lot of red in these maps, getting across the point that this is transported to hell. I wonder what he will do with the gauntlet in the title, and making sure that it is, whoa, more anguish-inducing. That looks like a secret. There we go. And armor. Okay. This is another thing about GZ Doom compared to the original as well, that enemies won't wake up by default if you're invisible. In Doom, they just get the not aiming correctly property when you're invisible, but in Heretic that added the... oh. Alright, in Heretic added the not even seeing you when you're invisible property. But I think that these monsters were already awake, it seems. Yeah, and then it was backported into GZ Doom by mistake at first, I think, and then it was just left in. Some people think this is massively breaking and it's not vanilla compatible. Well, punished for using a rocket launcher on a Pain Elemental, which you should never do. But yeah, I think it's fine. Got better things to worry about. Alright, so the... Oh, it's not a chain gun anymore, that's a plasma cannon. There's this debate in the Doom community as well about whether that's a plasma rifle or a plasma gun, because it's called different things in different places. And somehow I've got to calling it a plasma cannon, and I'm not sure where that came from. Is it one of the Unreal Tournament, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so I can open these doors from that side. Do you know what another big relief of a mod would be? Just something that replaces all the chain gunners with small rabbits. Maybe they could nibble your shoes a bit. Thank you for your input, Harvisions, and I tend to agree. I'm amazed, by the way, you know, just on the incidental mention of that there are don't tell me to mod Minecraft rabbits into chain gunners. Yeah, I'm amazed at just how whoa progressive the Doom community is, and it's got a lot of transgender or non-binary or not straight people in it. And you'd think for a, you know, a violent and beefy game like Doom, it would be full of American footballers, but it's not the case. It's very laid back, very creative. It's a great place. It's a great community. Okay. Well, the sound of the Mancubus melting has really been enhanced by Smooth Doom, hasn't it? Beautiful Doom, I'm sorry, not Smooth Doom. I have them both on my hard drive. I sometimes forget which one's which, and I load the other one by mistake. Alright, where am I going? So this will lead me, yeah, back over there. This will let me go down. So yeah, so far, there's been nothing massively stressful. The trick with the exit... Oh, just as I said it. The trick with the exit in Underhalls, or Underhells, is pretty much the big surprise so far, I would say. Because it came at a moment you're not expecting it and you think you finished the level. Who has time to hate other people when there are demons to battle? Absolutely right. All right. I was fairly confident that that was going to exit. I shouldn't perhaps have been so, but the heart is the next level instead of the focus. And once again, the red theme kind of continues. All right, let's avoid stepping out of here and get rid of him quickly. Thank you. Because this is always a hard bit, because these things are opening and closing, you don't get a clear shot at these a lot, and he's added chain gunners in place of the usual shotgunners. Alright, now Arachnotron's guarding a switch. Well, something that I'm trying to learn is, Something I'm trying to learn is actually getting out of the way when I'm reloading the super shotgun, because there's no reason to stand in the open. I have this instinct that, you know, I've got to stay there so that I can line up my next shot. But you know, particularly when there are chain gunners around, you've got to be careful and take cover. Oh, okay. Here we go. Pick those off. I wonder if the secret's still there. Whoa! Where do you come from? That's not very sporting. Now, there are a couple of tricks you can do to get that. But I don't know which one he used, and it's probably bad for me to speculate while I'm being shot at. Great, okay. What it might have done is put 2 pits there with missing lower textures, so the floor kind of spills over in the rendering engine and makes it look like there's no pit there, and then just shoot them up through the floor really quickly. Or it might have just teleported them in silently, I don't know. Okay, let's see. So, I feel that I shouldn't go out without seeing if there's an escape. That's the secret. There we go. Okay. And the blue door, Okay, a Revenant has been added in an inconvenient place. Something that surprised me to learn recently was that Revenants don't do splash damage with their rockets. And then I thought, shoot, I must have been hurt by one's splash damage at some point. Apparently it doesn't exist. Oh. A couple of bitey things came in behind me. Some great creativity here, keeping the ethos of the original levels while adding these traps. Alright, so instead of a... Well, that sounds like an archvile. Instead of having a warehouse here, there's a nice kind of fountain of blood made of skin and everything. There he is! Nice to meet you! At least there's an architecture suited for dealing with archviles here. Archvile. Quadrain's going to drive me crazy with that, because he was pronouncing archviles as archviles throughout there, and I realised that that might actually be correct. And I don't know anymore. Well, thank you so much, Harvisions. I've really just got into streaming. I didn't do it. I've made a ton of videos on YouTube, mostly about kind of documentary things on older games. But I've only recently got into streaming Doom because of this races thing. My workplace sold a load of beds to one of the camps on the borders. So I felt kind of guilty about that, because, you know, when fulfilling the order, I had no idea where it was going. We actually assumed that, oh, this is FEMA, it must be going for hurricane relief or something, so we were all feeling really good about spending our evening at work, making sure this order went out. And then I had to tell the team when I found out when it was really going. That was... I just wasn't prepared for that moral dilemma when I started working at a furniture company. Sometimes the world is unfair, isn't it? Sometimes a single snail can... I can't have forgotten the rest. I'm a bit pinned down here, so... oh, wait, I forgot I had the plasma cannon. Gun. Shooter. This is a bad arrangement. There we go. I said bad arrangement, but it's a very clever arrangement. Having those Archie the Archviles inside this this opening and closing window, so that you can't get a clear shot at them, but their line of sight is still very much a danger. Alright, I'm getting a bit better now. Okay, red door, yellow door, I don't know. Well, this is a bit different. Yeah, I know I recognised the first level of this was, and I played that before, but I haven't played any of the others. Okay. By the way, I know from what I say that, you know, I do try to avoid mentioning where I work on this stream. It is extremely obvious if you've read any of the news where I work, but it's definitely appreciated if you kind of keep it to yourself if you do know, because I do want to avoid mentioning them on the stream to keep me plausibly impartial. Where do I go now? There were a couple of teleporters down here. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, that's. Let's try the right-hand one. Nope. And this one? Alright, I'm not really sure then. What have I not explored? And what happens in the original version of this map? I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, it's the big square room with the with all the demons in the middle and the teleporter. So let's see. I've been there. Oh, I didn't realise there were two identical ones here. So Have I been through here? Let's go through that one. Nope. Let's go through that one. No. And it's always the last one. Oh, it's not that either. Okay. What do I do then? Why would there be two identical teleporters? Something changed now yet, because all the enemies are gone. Yeah. Did you say big switch on the wall? Oh, the arachnotron, the Oh no, I did that. Come on, big switch on the wall. Where's big switch on the wall? There's the big switch on the wall, thank you! Yeah, so it was that way, wasn't it? No, that's wrong. Big switch on the wall! Excellent. Sometimes, you know, when you have blood decals on, they sometimes hide switches, but that is blatantly a big switch on the wall, and that's me being blind. Okay, the heart is finished. We're entering the waste yard, which was the waste tunnels. All right. So there's a very generous soul sphere to start us off. Need it after. Oh, thank you. Aiming the wrong way. There you go. Oh. And a couple of chain gunners up there that I want to pick off. All right. Whoop! Didn't see you there. Okay. It helps that I've completely forgotten this map in the original Doom 2, so I'm going to be surprised no matter what happens now. Okay, so that's red, that's yellow. It looks like I'm going back where I came from. Oh, I wonder if the secret where you press a torch has survived? If one of these is different, I can't see it because I'm colorblind. Okay, that would normally be a corridor away to somewhere else, but yeah, not this time. And that's where I was before. That leads out to the courtyard. Oh, I can get across here. Alright. Oh, super efficient. Ah, maybe... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh no, maybe this is the corridor that normally leads to somewhere else and still does. Alright, so I do have to go through this way to get beyond that door. Green torches. Oh, something opened. Or were they just wandering around from before? Alright. Get stuffed, will ya? Alright. Now there's a weird kind of cubby holes. Yeah, that survived. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I have to stop shooting. Alright, I'll just hide here for the rest of the game. Just interested to see if there was anything there. Oops. Oh! Ah! Okay, finding where I am will have to be secondary. Might have to choose a better weapon for hiding around corners and needing to fire at a moment's notice. Okay, here is one place, oh god, where the Revenant fireballs are going to be less of a danger if they go past you, because they will smash on the walls quite quickly, because it's so narrow. Whoa! Oh, that must have been skin on my teeth by then. Huh. You know what I've always wondered? What does 420 mean? I mean, I know what it means, but why does it mean what it means? Because somebody said, oh, it's the penal code that the police have to write down for catching someone with cannabis, but it turns out it isn't, and that's an urban myth. But I don't know where the number came from if it wasn't that. Because I used to be really down on any kind of cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, until one of my very good friends had severe depression, and America's healthcare is not the best in the world, shall we say. So nothing worked for him until he tried cannabis, which is of course now legal. And that was what did it. That was what took his nightmares away and took his pressure off. And he showed me a documentary about how it was made illegal in the first place. Because honestly, because too many black people were getting rich from it and farming hemp, so it was made illegal in a very racist way. And yeah, that completely changed my outlook. Alright, so I was dodging around in here, yeah. And that was the teleporter that took me off to the sewer, where I think I've explored all I can explore, although I am kind of surprised that I didn't get a key for my trouble. Yep, okay. So that teleports me out, that gets me back in. Back to the corridor. This is... Something is going on here. Ah! Invisible bridge. Very visible cacodemons. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I should really set up my controls so that I don't have to lean all the way across the keyboard to get the number keys, you know, like they do in Quake Champions, where you've got more keys around you to select weapons. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, so I vaguely remember there's a cage full of zombie men here, which is actually, I think the imps are easier than the zombie men there, because otherwise they're just pummeling you with hit scan attacks. Alright, so that led me up to here, where I can now use the red key. This is the wrong way, but it's something. Okay. So that's me back in the... yeah, that leads me back to the main room. This is a small hole that I can't squeeze into. And there's the red... oh, sorry, there's the red door. There's the red door. Alright. Well, I'll just be going then. Let's hope that they hit some of the demons. There we go. I hear the punchy bones. Oops! So yeah, I was explaining to someone new to Doom not so long ago that monsters can't hurt identical monsters. The same is true of Knights and Barons, because they thoughtfully coded an exception in, so that they couldn't hurt each other either. What Doom monster would you most prefer your parents knew when you were in elementary school? What, you mean like I brought a friend home from school and say, here's my friend, it's Kaki. Speaking of which, one of my friends in school used to wind people up by saying he'd brought a Cacodemon out of Doom through an energy printer or some nonsense like that. The other thing is, if you knew this person, it was an entirely believable story for him, because he used to spend his time taking the gunpowder out of fireworks and rigging up traps in his house. I think later he became Jigsaw. Couldn't evade the Revenant's fireball. So that was my old problem again. The Revenants always get me. So let's do that again, but better. Wow, that was a fortunate teleport. Ah, he was right behind me there. That's an awkward place to put them. Well done. Is that all? Oh, there's a knight or a baron up there. Oh, several of them. vertical auto aim, by the way, is going to be the death of me. Let me turn that off while I remember. Where is it? Is it controls the player gameplay? Yeah, there it is. Phasma says no. Degeneration? Don't know. Oh, that must be for draining your health when it's over 100. Okay, drop weapon, double ammo, infinite inventory. No, 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 no. Allow auto aim? No. Okay. What sexuality do you think, Monster? Frankly, I came into this stream unprepared to answer these questions. I think they prefer hurting people. Right, I'm going to try slip down onto that platform. Yes, I can. Oh, unfortunately it was useless. Never mind. So there must be a switch somewhere that I'm missing, potentially a gigantic switch somewhere on the wall somewhere that I'm missing. Let's see, let's go back down this corridor. Oh, I see, okay. And then this comes up and I press another switch. And that raises the bridge, okay. That's very similar to the ending for the last map, isn't it? Did the waste tunnels and the focus have the same ending? Thank you, I'll rely on you for my giant switch spotting purposes. The Rise and Fall. I've forgotten what this level's called in Doom 2. Oh no, it's called the Crusher. Yeah. And I just recognise that through the kind of laser tag maze that stands at the start of it. And will shortly be full of, well, revenants, as I was about to say, and archviles will pop up later. Whoa! Okay, steady on. I mean, and these, that isn't a modified enemy, that's just what chain gunners are like. Switch up there. Yep. I don't think I'm actually meant to free aim in this, so I'll respect that, and I will ignore that switch until eventually I get fed up with looking for the actual switch. Yeah, chain gunners will just drain you to nothing from vast distances. There's our spider mastermind. Oh, nice barrier there. Oh, this is nice. Well, I don't know if it's nice is the correct word, but I mean, you don't have the switch right next to you here like you normally would. You've got to kind of run a gauntlet with this spider bearing down on you. Alright, so let's hide down here in this kind of trench. What gender do I think you identify as? I wouldn't care to mention, because even when people have told me, I usually get it wrong and I apologise and I try. But you know, it's more difficult than it used to be when I was growing up and I thought the world was a bit simpler than it actually is, but I do try. Okay. Please guess. Har Visions. I'll guess male just because most of my streaming audience tends to be. Ah! Where's that switch? Where's my crosshair, incidentally? I hadn't noticed I hadn't got one. That must have been removed when I played Shadow of the Wool Ball. Because it's got its own configuration file that is a nice touch, but it messes everything up. Yeah, that spider mastermind's not, definitely not a friendly one. Here we go. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay, so do I need to... I was in that teleporter though, wasn't I? I got there. Oh, there we go. 3 health. Now, was the switch here and I just missed it? Yes, yeah, I aborted it too early. There we go. Whoa, Jesus! Well, that just forces me out of the room and lowers my barriers as well. Alright, well, that's nasty. Let's do that again. Alright, so far, so predictable. So can I just retreat? Whoa! No! Thanks. Didn't quite make it that time. Right. Stomp, 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 stomp. Alright, so, what do I do then? I've got to run to the trench. Alright. That switch, whatever that does. Is that spider still there? That's not meant to happen! Huh. Alright, got through with a bit more health this time. I should possibly save before I'm pulling this switch. Oh, here we go. Alright, there goes the crusher. Chain gun. Switch. Bye! Oh, does that give me my barriers back? No, it does not. Alright. Oh! This is just not funny. Alright, chain gun. Switch. That switch doesn't do anything yet. So this is what it was talking about when this when it said this version of Doom 2 is a bit harder, I think. Okay, eventually it gets caught. Ah, we wasted that shot. Is there any bit of the ceiling that isn't crushing? Okay, I can hide in here, it's fine. Okay, that's the main threat gone. Looking at several thousand other smaller threats now. What's this? That still does nothing. Of course, having now got used to the auto aim. No! Having now got used to the auto aim, I forgot it wasn't on. Does a khaki demon get caught under that as well? Oh, that's like pressing a tomato. Best not to think about it. Oh! Caught that one with my face. Whoop. Whoop. Yep. Physically ducked a bit there. Oh! I'm gonna get that blue key this time. There we go. Done. Oh, where'd that come from? See, if Har Visions was just here briefly, he might get the impression I'm actually competent at Doom, and I wouldn't want someone to leave with that impression. Come on, come on, come on. Up, 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 thank you! Give me some health. Or, you know, don't. That Mancubus is the opposite of health. In many ways. No chance of much infighting there, they just destroyed the imps immediately. Here we go. Oh, balancing beam. This is Hell's Assault course. Oh. Alright, give me a kicking. Let's do that again. Here we go. That's a bad sound to hear in a cramped space. Alright, I'll just stay down here. Not much happening. Ah. Okay, maybe let's take this a bit slower. Find some health while we can. Oh, look at that rocket launcher. Come on. Whoa! I didn't think you could get me from there. Okay. A swift turn led me to here. Oh, come on! My situation has not improved. I don't believe. Okay, let's be calm about this. Okay. Ah, okay, so what I need to do is choose not the path that's right in front of me, but the one that will be softer, and let me out, okay. Oh no, I recognise this room. I do recognise that room. I'm just gonna leave him up there and hope that he's not gonna come down. There we go. Minigun. Alright, and these wall patches are going to open as I get further up this... Yeah, at least this is a fairly easy room to dodge projectiles in, because they'll just smack into the bars. And the reason that I'm firing in bursts here is because the minigun gets less accurate the more you fire it, or more precisely, the first bullet is always dead on and then the rest have a random distribution. It's another oddity of the engine. Can I get across it? Oh, no, no, no! No! Oh, that was a bad save! It doesn't even work. There! So, I thought I was doing quite well previously. Oh, piss off! I'm in lava. Let's see if I can rescue this save. Yes, I can, okay. just by holding down back and left as I loaded. Alright. 91, I haven't had that in a while. Alright, so this is going to summon an Archvile, so I'm going to slip off the side. That was a very lucky stun. He was about to absolutely wreck my day, but the very low chance of the Archvile being stunned with a rocket just came through for me at the right time. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Lost Souls, Demons, Arachnotrons. Oh my! I might need to bring out the minigun for this. And ideally just run away. Oh, there's a Revenant that they put in behind you to make sure you don't escape. Alright. Oh, that's nice. Fortunate secret. Okay, so and this is a very good little vantage point as well, which is I think the greater point of the secret. Never mind the health. But I'm just going to have to make sure that no Lost Souls leak in through up there. All right. Hopefully they're both softened up from hitting each other a bit. Okay. Alright, okay, so now... Oh, good, armor, okay. Alright, have fun, Eli. Oh, God. Fireball to the face. Don't know why I call those fireballs, because they're clearly kind of some kind of nasty, melty acid. Ah, I'll take that. And is that where you finally get the super shotgun? If I hadn't found it in the secret at the start. Don't know. Lovely use of, you see this, how the pillars remain within the lift. That gives a great impression of having an actual structure instead of a platform. Okay, woke up some tomatoes. Still a large number of monsters to deal with here, and I thought I was getting quite close to the end of the level. So is that not a switch that I meant to shoot? It is. But once again, I think it mentioned at the start that you're not meant to use free loot on this map, so whatever it opens, I'll sportsmanlikely ignore. Okay, here's the red door. Whoa, you've made this place over a bit, haven't you? Yeah, that's not quite what I intended to do. Let's do it again. And let's use that minigun. Because at least here, I've only got one monster to worry about. Alright. That's blue and red colour scheme up there, isn't it? When I was back here, I thought it was the Confederate flag. which can equally burn in hell. Alright. Chain gunner! Chain gunner behind me. This is a bit more trouble than I had hoped for. Okay, let's get that chain gunner first this time. Okay, so Demon's skipping the queue here. Right. Definitely be using my ammunition more effectively. I was about to say it doesn't really matter, but I am low on ammunition. Got about 5, 3, 1. Oh! Thank you for solving my ammunition problem. Okay, let's do this again. Did I miss him entirely? Alright, rockets it'll have to be. Okay. Alright, I'll just scavenge around now. Oh, fortunately there were a load of former humans here, so that takes care of my shotgun problem. Just as well. Oh, there's a trap in the pit, which I think is the map that's coming up next. With about 1 million chain gunners in it. I've just remembered that the Revenant's height... Yeah, there you go. You can see the bullets going through him. Because his height is nothing like what his sprite appears to make his height look like. So it's likely that I was completely missing all those times that I was shooting that Revenant. What a life. Alright, so I think this is going to put me in an arena. It has, but they've got started without me. Bad things are going to happen when I... Oh! Maybe before I take that! Right. Back in tip-top condition. Alright, so this looks like the room from the end of the Focus now. Unless I'm misremembering my Doom 2 levels. Whoa! 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 Oh, that was clever. I was expecting to get a trip out of here from that teleporter, but it wasn't to be. any of these going to work for humans? That one up on the wall looked a bit different. Ah! Okay then. So the exit is... yeah, I don't really know. I'll just have to fight through and see what survives. Alright, give us a kicking. Ah! You see, he's used the enemies really well here, because, like I might have said on the stream yesterday, that chain gunners are going to hurt you a lot and absolutely must be dealt with first, and arachnotrons are going to block your movement and really hurt and must be dealt with first. And the demons are going to be flanking you and absolutely must be dealt with first. Oops. Oh! I didn't really get many of them then, did I? Let's try rocketing. Okay, that's a good start. Oh! Oh, there's another one! Okay, there are quite a lot of enemies here, is the message that I'm getting. So maybe let's deal with some of them before they have the chance to become problems. Chainsaw might be better. I think I'm going to want to save my rapid fire for up on the surface, but we'll see. I think if I can just get one corner cleared out, then that'll really do me a tremendous favour. Alright. How many of them are you? Come on! Is this a joke? I don't know what to do here. So, okay, arachnotrons. Can't deal with them first, because they just keep coming and there's no point. But then, what do you do? Thinking maybe hiding in here will help, and it's that theory is being disproved utterly so far. Okay, that just boxes me into a corner and I can't escape, so that's bad. Ugh. I might be stuck here for the rest of the year. Come on. The only thing I think I can do is just bait them into fighting each other, but I can't do that very efficiently. Where was the other place that I thought might look like an exit? Yes, yes, yes! No, no, no! I'm not tall enough to get out! I think running around screaming might be, oddly, the best plan, because maybe I'm not meant to fight. Maybe I'm meant to have to run this gauntlet. Because I thought that that teleporter up there might be my objective. Because they're just too many. It is unreasonable to deal with this many enemies. I'm saving. Nope. I'm loading. I don't know how I did it, but I did get here with 150 health. Ah, I fell in the same pit again. How many of them are there? It's gonna look like Scrap Heap Challenge up on that pillar. There's another one! Are they all just stalking around in one cupboard outside the map, and if they happen to wander over any of the teleport lines, they'll just go to the nearest free one, I wonder? No, that might actually be it. Arse! I'm just trying to switch sides now so that the Arachnotron over there gives up and then the Arachnotron over here gives up. If this is indicative of the brutality of the rest of the episode, I'm not sure I'll be prepared for it. Oh, I've messed up too much here. Okay. So I'm going to see if there are a million on there as well, or if I've used up the entire horde on that one pillar. Ah, there are loads on this one as well. Seems to be okay, seems to be dealt with. Ah! Couldn't quite get to it. Oops. Not good. Arse. Walked into it quite casually. There we go. Whoop. Yes! Which didn't help. Alright, so that is my objective, that teleporter that happens to be on the wall that I've cleared, so that's nice. Switch. This is preposterous! Alright, well, we'll try going the other way. Oh no, I suppose I can't. Got to deal with those knights then. Very low on ammunition, very low on health, very low on hope. I think I'll just run away. I think I've got my sequence. Up here, and switch that, and run. And I'll just go over here. Okay, that's an improvement. Now, I hoped that having a little bunker here would help, but it's not... the walls aren't high enough. Where's the chain gunner in the middle? Ah! Go up! Bloody hell. Down to the chainsaw! This is madness. I was trying to think of something that rhymed with Sparta there, but the rise and fall, mostly the fall in my case. Alright, so I've got 10 shells. I've got sore feet. One. Ow! I'm creeping slowly closer to surviving. Wow! Okay, that was some nice dodging. Oh, I thought... oh, no. I thought I was doing better. Oh god, that hurt. Okay. We'll get through this. Might take a bit longer than I thought, but we will. Next stream, do this on Nightmare. This already is a nightmare. Oh, there he is. Alright, so what is it? Dodge past, then chain gunner. Wasn't the most efficient, but it worked. And I'm still alive. So I left the demons alive in the hope that they would block some of these fireballs, and they did. Not all of them, which would have been ideal, but they did. Saw on that. Button, okay. I have another save. It's not a very good save, but it's a save. There's another chain gunner bothering me. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. Ah. Okay. Ah! I was going to say that takes care of all the unavoidable damage, but there's plenty of it left over. Ugh! Oh, where'd he come from? I had a nice little hiding place. Go up, go up, go up. All right. That gives me a good blockade. I should possibly stay behind it, having been granted it. All right. Well, I'm glad it's so captivating. That was an awful dodge. One rocket, and it's got your name on it. It didn't help. I suppose we'll just be holding this for a while. That's the end. And I've only got 163 out of 203 monsters, so whatever else there was, it was intense. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Did you see that? How'd you get to there? A mystery for another time. Oh dear. Okay, the Rise and Fall is completed. We are on Dead. Oh, which replaces Dead Simple. So I think this... thank you so much, Orzapan. I think that this map name will turn out to be eerily prophetic. Alright, here we go. 38 monsters. No problem. .48 health. Yeah. What I'm mostly concerned about just now is getting... Oh! Okay. That's a nice little touch. What I was most concerned about was getting a hiding place behind those pillars. But, in his own ingenious way, he's made sure that that's not really possible. Oh. This is what happens if you leave your club dancers in the cage too long and they turn into skeletons. I'm vaguely trying to remember what those are called, but you know, I've never been to a nightclub. I'm not cool enough. Circle strafing does seem to be the way forward, ironically. You have to tip them now. Okay, so is this a map 7? That might have had the... Yes, it did. Okay. That caused the Arachnotrons. Again, I'm not tall enough to go up that step. Thank you for your help, Chain Gunner. More of them. Whoops. There's a lot of mechanical stomping. Ah! So they seem to still be teleporting in, so as long as I Whoa, where did he go? Alright, so they teleport around. Okay, so I can't rely... Yeah, there's one. I can't rely on just standing in a defensible area. He's gone. Right into the lap of another one. Right. One. And I think... Is that the same one? I think it was. Piss off, will you? Ah! Kill them somehow. Kill or be killed. Oh, bollocks to you! Where did he come from? I didn't think he... Oh, never mind. I wonder what these switches do. Ah! It's been tough going, hasn't it, over the last while? Safe bet that the switches make your life harder, and I think they probably will. Whoa. So in the original Dead Simple, they lowered the platforms with the bonuses on them. But I think it is a safe bet to say that that benevolence might not have carried across to this, though. Alright, how many? There are a maximum of 18 spiders still to exterminate. There's a maximum of 17 spiders, unfortunately. The other one's barren. Arse! Let's try and stun them a bit more. Ah! Oh, this is very bad. Any health in here? Denied on my attempt to press a switch. Oh, that was a very lucky wall save. Okay. 14 to go. Where'd everyone go? Well... Oh, did I leave you alive? Ah! Ha ha! Alright, let's pull some of these switches, because I think they're lowering power-ups for me. They are, okay. Cells, backpack. Megasphere. I'll save that one, so I can hopefully come into the next map with maximum health. Let's melt some spiders. How did he get there? There we go. What do you suppose that was? Oh, get out of here! That was a fortuitous raising of that cage. I think the storyline, yeah, as to who made the machine-demon hybrids, I think the storyline is that demons, when a demon falls in battle, they just stick some rocket launchers to him and reanimate him, and then he becomes a revenant. Okay, so fortunately that Archvile... Oh. There are more of them. Ugh. Bums. Whew. 36 out of 41. Are the rest of them going to all be Archviles as well? Oh! No, that's nice. There's a Cyber Demon. Let's leave him alone. And he's going to teleport around. Teleporting Archviles. Did he fall over? A bit too many stompy sounds for my liking here. 40 out of 44. Okay, so I do have that Megasphere that I saved, but I want to check the map for any other monsters that are going to bring anything back to life before I continue with this. That was surprisingly subtle for a big monster armed with a rocket launcher. Didn't hear that coming at all. Are there demon engineers? That's a good question. Maybe that could be another enemy, just someone that goes around and when it encounters a zombie man, it'll stick some legs to it and it gets up and becomes a revenant. Oh, come off it! Right, that's it. Okay, as that's impossible, I'm leaving. Okay, so I hear an Archvile, but I don't see where it is. Oh no, that was a Revenant. Maybe a recently revived one. There we go, okay. Oh, for God's sake! Well, he stands still when he fires, which means he can't teleport. This, dare I say it, is actually a very clever way of making the Cyber Demon fight different. Let's take that back, please. It's not as if I've really done anything. Oh, I didn't know that you could cancel before firing all those rockets. Okay, so turns out maybe he can teleport while standing still. I wonder what trickery this is using to do that. God's sake. Not sure what I'm doing here anyway, because as far as I'm aware, there isn't any possibility of scripting for defeating the Cyber Demon on map 7. I'd be delighted to be proved wrong. Well, that did nothing. Well, now! It absorbed my ammunition. What's up there? Nothing. There's nothing left on the map. Switched, 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 not switched. This is looking better. So, I'm wondering if I want to get my ammo back. I will save this game. Oh, crap! I was going to say I will save this game in a different slot, but I've been too trigger happy on the enter key there. There's an archwell. All right, I'm stuck with it. Alright, and finally, that's our exit switch. Deceive and seduce. Oh. Okay, so this is Tricks and Traps. Or it used to be. Now there's something odd about one of the doors in the original map. It's not carried over to here. One of the doors has a different border on it, and that's the one that you have to go through, I think. Oh, and this always happens to me, no matter what I do, out of the 8 doors or 6 doors that aren't locked that I could pick at the start of the map, I always go into this room. Right. Oh, I thought there'd be some, Ah. There he is. Just casually pull that. This looks like the toxin refinery, doesn't it? Oh, is there a way out of here? Oh, that was not 30 seconds! Yeah, this is not the good place to be. I don't think I saved at the start of this map, so I'll just have to let the autosave grab it. Here we go. Oh no, I did. Okay, great. So yeah, that roar, the Cyber Demon's noticed you, but he can't do anything because he's on the other side of the wall somewhere. It's a great surprise. I'll just dodge around here and see if the Cyber Demon can get rid of some of them for me. He can. Alright. Oh, they're going to come flooding into the map. They really are going to come flooding into the map. Ah! I don't think he can come. Oh, maybe he isn't tall enough to get blocked by that. Okay, so if this is like the original, there were Cacodemons there. Yep. Oh, we have an added problem. Cyber Demon's here. Okay, let's leave them to it just now. Hopefully they'll claw the Cyber Demon up a bit. Where am I? I'm on map 08 out of 11. I've got to admit this is taking a bit longer than I thought. I thought this won't be any issue whatsoever after the first couple of maps flying past. But it looks like we're on a bit of a longer stream than I thought. See how quickly the Revens just wreck you as well. Whoa! It's because there are a million fireballs after me. The state of this. Here he comes. Ah. Okay, Lost Souls being flung out windows here. Massive fights going on. Thank you. Oh, that's a miniaturized version of the gargoyle in the Doom 2 doors. Isn't that titchy and sweet? Yeah, I did switch. Oh! Here comes the Stompy Cyber Demon. Ah! Okay, back to normal. As much as normal is. There are 328 enemies on this map. I've just taken a peek down there and noticed. Ah! Okay, I've got the yellow key. Maybe I should just run away before things start getting more intense. Oh. Rising from their graves again. take that chance. What do I do here? This is a slaughter map now. I'll grab that and be on my way. I have done something terrible to this map. Ah! Where's the red door? Oh! Ah! Wank! Load game. Just need to get through that red door, and I just need to run away. Oh, piss off! How did you do that? Oh, no, no, no! About 4 exits later. About 4 exits later, but it worked. I did get there. The blood pit. Okay. Oh, what? This is a nasty looking wall. Just getting myself away from the line of fire into other lines of fire. I'll go away. Ah! Try that again. I think I did have the right idea. I don't know if this is the way that went. It wasn't, but it does afford some opportunity. Oh, come on! I'm missing too much. Oh, sorry. Maybe I'll have to do another one of these then. Under the autosave does appear in the save list, of course. Ah! I was thinking that I might be able to get through here with some more health, but I might have been just incredibly lucky the last time, and I'm never going to get through it with more health. Look at that. I wonder how he does that. Hang on. Oh. Well, you have to keep your secret. Might be just black textures. The blood pit. Okay, 8 out of 99. We're on our way. Just press pain elementals into as tight a corner as possible, and they can't launch lost souls. I don't want to follow him over there, though. Presumably her, actually, not him. But I don't know how demon biology works. And I don't want to find out. There they go. Okay, what's behind here? Nothing, okay. Getting well stocked up on ammunition, but not the really good kind. Just thinking there about how all the Doom weapons are different and unique and how well they all work. Apart from the pistol. The pistol is the notable exception because it's rubbish. But, you know, the shotgun's slow but powerful, the chain gun gives you rapid fire and stun capability, the... I'm not pressing that switch this time. The rocket launcher, very powerful, but you can hurt yourself. The plasma gun, it's rapid fire again, but this time it's projectiles, so it works a bit differently. The BFG is just totally unique with this weird ball and zapper kind of combination. Yeah, so the next time I kind of felt that was an Unreal Tournament, where all the weapons, they've got a balance to them. You know, even the pistol that you start off with, which is called the Enforcer, it's meant to be a starting weapon. You're meant to go for something else as soon as possible. But if you pick up a second one, you suddenly have the best damage per second in the game, I think. There's the Impact Hammer, which is your basic weapon. It's your fist, except it's nearly an instant kill if you get up to someone with it. So they've all got their advantages and drawbacks. All right, what now? You. What's the best way of getting rid of these revenants, do you think? It wasn't that. All right. I don't really want to go in there yet. I feel I'll have to at some point, but I wonder if there's anything else I can do first. So that's red, that's also a keyed door. So yeah, this looks like where I'm meant to go. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the trap room with all the chain gunners, originally. Alright, what's all this about? Okay. Ambush came from the other side, that's very clever. Okay, I'd like to thank the author of this mod for putting in a much easier ambush than was in the original game. Good. Oh yeah, this weird wall. This always confounded me about this map. Alright, so it looks like we can't delay it any longer. We've got to go into that arena and start picking off some pain elementals quick before they start picking me off. plane elementals though, because they were definitely here last time. There's one. Did they come from outside? Yeah, there he is. Woo! That was unfortunate. This is the kind of place where the missiles, because it's so open, they'll just keep on going forever until they get you. Come on! I don't believe it. There we go. Let's get them first. Okay, nothing to worry about. Run into that Cacodemon! Yes! Oh no, there's another one! See how quickly that one turned? It's like one of those comedy missiles with a big nose on it from Looney Tunes. Finally outran the missiles. So presumably I'm going to be able to go over here. There we go. And enter the fortress. And get rocketed in the face. Now there was a BFG here, and there would be if I were playing the original Doom 2. Who knows what there is here? Probably just a world of pain. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing much of a reward for that big arena fight. Yeah, definitely unimpressed. There we go, there we go. A chain gunner. Alright, you well and truly got me. Let's just get out of here and learn my lesson. Now, what else can I do on this map? This map always took me ages in the original Doom 2 because I had no idea what I was doing. That's opened. That's opened. Has that done anything anywhere? Maybe the big door at the top there. No, no, that's still very much intact. I've even less idea of what to do on this level when it's dark worlded. Yeah, no sign of a key or anything nice for the trouble I went through up there. A lot of switches here, all of which I seem to have pulled. No blue key. Not that it would even help. Ah, ha 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 ha. What did I do? Is it that little line there? You're joking. No. Okay. So I've got the blue key. That means the blue door. And that switch opens this, which means I can go to a point of no return and get my head kicked in. Ah! Microseconds off. I did get rid of it. And that always threw me as well, that you could just open the wall that you came in by, even though it seems like you shouldn't be able to, and there's a trap and you need to be able to find some sort of switch to get out. Let's rocket them. Oh, I had one rocket, okay. Maybe let's knock them. That was abominable. I think I see a berserk down there. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, this is that weird room with all the, well, the huge lifts. I've forgotten a lot about Doom 2, because I think I spent most of my time just completely stuck on the city levels and I've forgotten everything else around us. Well, you won't get lost. Ha! Lucky escape. Not doing great with my health here. Trying to oh no, if I walk across the teleporter line, that'll teleport me. I was just wondering what was behind it. Don't know. Alright, here we go. Balls. Yeah, I didn't save that because it was just going so badly. Oh, this is a clever combination, the Archvile and the Spectres, because they'll block your way out, so you can't concentrate on the Archvile, which of course must be handled immediately. And okay, so I was lucky that none of them blocked me. And they're hard to just get rid of very quickly, which is what you want to do when there's an Archvile around. Okay. Keep that one. Ah. trying to get them while appealing for the safety of the teleporter. I think I'm being misled by their height again. I think I aimed too high on Revenants. Come on. All right. This is a weird room as well, isn't it? They're all weird. There we go. Because the wall that the wall that lowers is the one behind. That's a weird little area. The wall that opens is the one 2 steps in front of where you are, so you do them in a certain sequence. That's where the red key is, but let's explore here first. Okay, that was good. Oh, this doesn't hurt me. Might be a bug, but it's a very welcome one, I'll tell you that. Come on. This super shotgun's too slow really for this. But I'm not changing weapon because I'm now paranoid that changing weapon is just going to... forget it. I was not changing weapon because I was worried that changing weapon would take more time. But I think that fear was unfounded, honestly. Trio of tomatoes is taking a while to be mashed into ketchup. Right, where's the rest of you now? Okay. In BD Light, by the way, and actually Brutal Doom as well, the pain elementals explode very painfully when you get them to 0 health. So the pressing up against them tactic, you're in for a nasty surprise if you try that. What do you suppose is down there? Rocket launcher and pain. Again, not all of it hurts. So yeah, this is a lot like the room I remember from this area. And that leads me back. Okay. Alright, so I've got the red key out of all of that. So, what now? Oh yeah, there. See, it doesn't look like you can open it, and I spent ages stuck there before realising that the solution was right in front of me. Alright. So, red door. I had a pain elemental. That isn't it. There you are. God, there are a lot of you. The remaining monster count has not really gone down. Yeah, I remember this room actually. Oh, piss off. Okay. I was going to say that and just run to the exit, but I can't find the exit. I was just watching a video about Metal Gear Solid 2 recently, and how if you run out of time on the tanker chapter when the commander's giving his speech, he says, "Oh, you know what, I'll go on for a bit longer," and the timer just goes and you get 3 more minutes. That's the opposite of what's happening with this monster counter. There we go, we've finally reached 150 out of 150, but it keeps on creeping away from me. The blood pit is finished. Spawning pool is map 10 with 254 monsters. We're nearly there. Oh, is this the refueling base? Yeah, this is, I think, the one in Vanilla Doom with the most monsters? Could be wrong. Maybe some of TNT and Plutonia beat that, but certainly in Doom 2, no map has more monsters than this. And they're all coming to get you from the very start as well. There are very few places to hide here. See what I mean? The odd thing is that even though I don't really like long maps, all my maps are really long. And that's because I just kind of get carried away with them. There's one in the Vulcan Inc., I think it's map 6, that has about 500 of them. So I've actually been trying to reverse that. I'm writing a new episode for it, and I'm trying to reverse that and make deliberately much shorter maps. Because I like the idea of having this self-contained kind of area where you stay for a bit and then you make progress. I can't really remember what this bit analog is in Doom 2. Oh no, I do remember. This is the outside hallway. Yeah. This is possibly one of the maps that survived the longest, you know, from the very early days of Doom. Tom Hall laid out this map, and then eventually it was used in Doom 2 after a reskin. Well, they just keep on coming, don't they? It followed me perfectly! Look at that! Now I'm following it. What now? Come on. This is why I hate these things. It's not good. Right, run into this, will you? Alright, now I've got more problems. Oh, didn't mean to go this way. Is it still coming? It's like the Terminator. sells. She sells shells on the seashore. There's that great sketch by Dead Ringers, which was, I think it was uploaded in the really early days of YouTube, so everyone's used to seeing it in 120p quality, where there's this group of, I think it's Iraqi insurgents being interviewed by the BBC, and he starts with every day brings us closer to our goal, and then he notices that, hey, are you putting subtitles on me? And then his friend speaks up over his shoulder, hey, how come he doesn't need subtitles? And starts demonstrating his command of English. She sells shells on the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pickles. And that's, I remember that sketch every time that there's someone Scottish on American television and they put subtitles on it. Yeah, this used to be all just hit scanners, very low health enemies, but they've brought some friends along this time. Oh, that was a mistake. Time for some plasma. Now, I'm certain that did splash damage. You know what I was saying before about the Revenant Fireballs not doing splash damage? I think it's a lie. Now, there's a bit of a problem coming up here, because I think this secret leads you to Cyber Demon. It did not. Okay. Okay. Back on my feet. Let's get out of here. There it is, there it is. It's if you go this way through? Yeah. There he is. So I might as well take the invulnerability and start firing rockets at him. Where's he gone? Alright, so this might be a bit more difficult than I thought. Great if annoying use of teleporters here. Have another one. That's the end. Okay. And monsters are still here from where they chased me before. That doesn't number my eyes now when the invulnerability runs out. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, the chain gunner again. Let's get rid of those as soon as possible then. And this is me on my self-written easy mode. Whoa, okay, let my ears stop ringing first. Bye! Alright, rockets, here we go. I knew that was going to happen. Arse. Okay. Where is he? Yeah, that's nasty. Having an Archvile in front of you and an Archvile teleporting in from the back at the same time. Yeah, rockets might be a good solution. Because when aren't they? Is that a yellow? Oh, look at that. Oh, was that the exit? Okay, so I found the quick way through, I think. Yeah, I do remember on that map there's a ton of unnecessary areas, and you have to explore around a lot. Because, you know, the city at the centre of L is a circle of death. Which makes sense. So Iced Earth have a great adaptation of Dante's Inferno. It's about 16 minutes long, and a lot of it sounds like the Doom soundtrack. Not in a Bobby Prince blatantly stole this riff kind of way, but it has a very Doom-like feel to it sometimes. Okay, here we go. So, to give you an idea of the relative difficulty, this is the map that introduces the Archvile in regular Doom 2. So we've definitely gone a bit beyond that. Oh, there he is. Oh, I thought I'd got out of the way, but I was hit by both of them. Let's run away. What now? Okay, I do have to curtail the building of new monsters, at least. Ah, he got me through the window. Be very prepared to believe that this little castle here was designed specifically to take advantage of the Archvile. Alright. Okay, I've just had the biggest bowl of 4-leaf clovers I could have possibly eaten. Because all of those missed. Alright. I'm running away with the blue key. Oh, I'm falling down with the blue key. Oh, this is a bit of a jumping puzzle. Alright. I'm here! So they are 100% going to come out into the rest of the map. What chain gunners? Look at them all! Alright, alright. Oh, I thought I could possibly steal some armor for myself, but not sure. Alright, rockets. Is there an arch vial on there? I hope not. Arse. Just watching the monster counter in the bottom left there go up when I'm behind a pillar. There we go. Burn my feet a bit. Oh. Well, now having got to this island, how do I get off? Yeah, I see it. Okay. Wasn't really worth it. I think the threat from the centre's gone. We'll see how long that holds up. Oh, narrow miss. Oh, look at that. There's, you know, use of a mid-sector bridge. Oh, running away seemed to be the appropriate response there. And this gets selected. Mm-hmm. Alright. This is just a quick dodging game. And a switch. What'd that do? Give me some revenants, great. Hit on the cheek by a rocket. Ah, the bridge has opened. Whoa! Okay. See how it is. Going to have to go on a very precarious journey again. And the reason I'm not dealing with the revenants is what's the point? Oh god. Where's the door I'm looking for? There it is. Ah! Death due to a slightly sore toe from landing in the hot stuff. Yeah, I should get rid of those revenants, even if I am planning to just run away from this room rather than deal with my problems. Oh, for God's sake! Fed up with y'all. Okay. Oh! Let me in. Oh yeah, so now there's the switch that turns off the demonic force field somewhere in here. Oh god. Oh, that was nice. I wonder how he did that. Kind of telescopic, telescopic poles. Ooh! Where'd you come from? Alright, so we're back here. Let's do the running away trick again. No! Whoop! Okay, that was a much better escape. God, I hate this. Isn't it great that the entire wall just moves? I thought I'd burst a fireball in mid-air, but that doesn't happen. Ugh. Something that's been coming to my attention over this playthrough, which has now lasted 2 hours and 30 minutes, is that I'm not very good at vertical aiming. Maybe I was just used to having it on, and when I turned it off, I just forgot to start doing it again. But yeah, for whatever reason, I seem to be missing the chain gunners and revenants quite a lot, but only on the y-axis. This is a interesting kind of, you know, it's like a game of Donkey Kong or something, just poking your head out into the view of the cyber demons. Safety. That's great. How does it do that in the vanilla Doom engine? Oh, maybe it doesn't. I didn't check whether this was vanilla compatible before I started. I think it might be, but I can't remember. Have those bars gone now and get the invulnerability? They have not. I'll take those there. Whoa! What? Hang on. Okay. Well, somebody's messaging me from the trans-dimensional vortex. I'll get that later. Can't be important than saving humanity. Bye! Oh, what? What is... There's another chain gunner over there. Alright, hang on. So you go down this, and you think that's the end, and now suddenly you're here. And then there's the revenants. And an archvile. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Stun, you bastard! Okay, maybe I shouldn't go that way. Maybe I should head straight for the door. This is an interesting kind of elongation, isn't it? You think you're at the end, but it never does. Can I go home now? Yeah, I'll get there. Is it important? This is such a weird little place. This, fortress beyond the end of the level. Oh no, I do remember this. I do remember this. Because you've got to use these switches to get to the final switch of the level. But surely I'm just going to die out of the barrens over here. Ugh. Yeah, that's not possible. Save by save. It's gonna happen eventually. 1. Wonderful. What's going to be up here, do you think? Well, I can't even get past them. Oh! We have just made it. Where we're still alive. Run! Have I saved humanity? Where's this taking me? I'll have to try again to find out. Ah! Bums. Come on. I think I do have to just run for it. I didn't run for it. Okay, there's the health back to the left. Where am I now? Oh, for God's sake, Spider Mastermind! After everything you've done to me! I suppose this is the kind of end of episode boss. Let me in! Oh, Cursitis is finished. That's the end of I've forgotten what I'm playing. Doom 2 Dark World, which starts off nicely, just kind of adapting the maps to a Dark World and slightly extending them, but ends up more brutal than I ever could have imagined. But thank you for watching this accidental second kind of marathon. It's been going for 2 hours 45 minutes. But that was full of great ideas, bit on the hard side for me, and I was playing it on my artificial kind of easier mode, easier ultra-violence. But we got there. That's the important part. And thank you so much once again for your donations, for raising money for races. If you would like to get involved, just have a look at Send Lawyers to Hell on Twitter or bit.ly/sendlawyers for the entire site. That's a shortcut to where it lives on my web space. Let's do a few beginner maps now.